over the road trucking at its finest.
On the peninsula.
It's cold, man. I cannot believe this weather. Rain, sun, rain, storms, wind. Absolute lunacy. Please stop the insanity. All right, somebody had set a pick. I missed the pick, unfortunately. What's going on, everybody? Getting ready for Thursday's surgery day. All right, let's go. Where's Ronnie? All the big whoop-de-doo in Wisconsin. Right? All the big whoop-de-doo. Never seen so much bullshit for a Supreme Court case. Ronnie, it's got to be pretty wild up there in Wisconsin. I'm just saying, man, right? It's a big night. $83 million into a race. Wow. All has to do with redistricting in the future and all that stuff. So what's going on, man? It's pretty wild. Just imagine what that money could do in life. Wow. All right, welcome in, everybody. Ronnie's gobsmacked there. He don't know what to say tonight. He's like, Ronnie, it's freaking him. It's nutty up here, right? It's gotta be like campaign ads every 2 seconds on it. Get out the vote today. Your future in Wisconsin depends on it. Dun, 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 diddy, diddy, diddy. Oh, man. Do 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 do. What's up, David? How you doing? Whatever that means. What's up, Doctor? Doctor's like, whatever that means. Your future depends on it. My fellow Americans. Yes, therefore, at midnight tonight, I will resign the presidency of the United States. Both the First Lady, Pat, and myself as your president have very much loved every moment of being your president, your congressman, your senator. It is my hope under the able leadership of Vice President Gerald R. Ford that America will move forward and heal. Good night and God bless. Gotta love it. What's up, Travel? I am not a crook. Not split it in half, at least half of snake. Ronnie must be absolutely... I told you, Ronnie, you'd be swamped with crap up there, man. It'd be a free-for-all. All the money being poured into a Supreme Court race. Unbelievable. The Supreme Court of this great state of Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin, man. How you doing? All right. G. Gordon might have been quite a real. Yeah, G. Gordon Liddy. Yeah, he looked like the consummate spy, didn't he? Yeah, the cheeseheads. What? Elon, big Wisconsin. therefore, effective midnight, I've decided to resign the presidency of the United States. Oh, man. All right, Timothy Leary, tune in, turn on, drop out, baby. Who do we got? Big night in Wisconsin. Noreen, how you doing? Amanda Hogginkiss, G. Gordon Liddy debate, Timothy Leary. The great Zorp has spoken, right? Sounds like a, what's that machine? It's a fortune teller. I can't Zorak or something. I don't know what the hell it is. How you doing, Troll Blaster? What's going on? Zoltan, that's it. Zoltan will tell your fortune. Zoltan the Magnificent. Well, tonight is the big night, man. We find out tonight whether money politics, whether money really means anything at the end of the day in terms of politics, right? I don't know, who the hell? This kid looks so familiar. This kid looks like somebody on TikTok. I don't know who the hell it is. I had some guy got run over and then that dump truck kept going. Was that the thing in, what was the one in Philadelphia that, what was the one in Philadelphia where it looks like some kind of Penske rental van ran over some people? I don't know. What was that one all about? It's like on the sidewalks in Boston or something. On it. Some truck ran over. I don't know. Oh, man. Who is the president of the United States, Zorp? Right? Just ask yourself the question, right? Am I an American? Is President Trump my president? Of course, I get behind whoever's the president of the United States, right? We're here to have fair and balanced, right? Fair and balanced, man. Man, look at that ugly weather ahead. Down near you will be interesting. It's gonna all be an interesting night tonight, right? We'll see if the tide's starting to come in, man, right? Yeah, this one was an actual dump truck. This in Kansas, Missouri. Oh man, I don't know. This truck in Boston ran up on the sidewalk and injured some people. Well, Zorp, it's exciting times we live in, right? I can judge that by the way my email box overflows every day with people. Are you going to talk about Wisconsin tonight? Right, you're the first one to mention Wisconsin and like all the money they're spending up there just for Supreme Court. Right, jeez, it's embarrassing. We got Troll Blaster in. Make sure you're on all messages. And it's interesting, my moderator Ronnie lives in Wisconsin up there. So about 3 weeks ago I said, Ronnie, are you getting blasted with political messages? And like, no, I haven't seen anything yet. And today he's like, yeah, it's like all over the place. Ronnie's like, holy crap. Okay, we slowed down here. Let's change that. See, once in a while, the chat just comes to a halt. Man, look at this blob over here. Wow, this thing is getting ready to really... Look at this blob. It's a wonder the Kitchen Stadium is still standing. Look at that blob. Right? It looks like something out of the Wizard of Oz. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Looks like maybe a thunder, like maybe tornado clouds or something. Right? Does anybody see the radar blob? That look ominous, Spinal. I mean, holy smokes. Hello, Amalia. Desde Argentina. Buenos Aires, Los Pampas. What a beautiful country, Argentina. Es California del Norte. what a blob this is going to be when this hits. Wow, looks like funnel cloud. Looks like maybe a tornado kind of cloud up there, right? All right. Yeah, I hope to visit Argentina one day down in Buenos Aires and just throw some meat on the grill down there. Some big bifteca. Go ahead, dude. There you go. Yeah, so these are ugly days here. Ugly days. Una bifteca grande. Big meat. What's this guy? His pants are falling down. What the hell? Oh, man. So we're going to make some Brunswick stew tonight. I got 2 big chicken breasts thawing out. I made another loaf of bread today. Finished my federal taxes. Yay! Because I don't know how much I'm going to feel like doing Thursday after my operation. I don't know. I'm going to switch this brace to the right hand after that. Uh-oh, here it comes. The blob. Tornadoes in Oklahoma tonight, yeah. This does look like tornado type of cloud formation here. I was actually thinking about going out on the bike tonight, but times being what they are, and it's all these big blobs floating. Yeah, I can't believe, well, I haven't turned it in yet, Noreen, believe it or not. Usually I run right up to the 15th. But I managed to stay after it and kind of keep on top of it. So the federal's done. It just kind of leaves the state, which is a very extensive tax return. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the state of California. It's like I don't know, 7. I mean, there's a simple return, but it's like a 7 or 8 page return. It's absolutely crazy. I am in California. I'm in Santa Rosa, California, named after the great Saint Rose of Lima, Peru. And it is a bad weather day today. We've got blobs all over the place overhead, and I'm just keeping a lookout for funnel clouds here. Just making sure. Yeah, they're painted. I don't know. I mean, if you're in Florida or something, Noreen, you don't have to worry about, like, filing those taxes. Not that I really pay tax in California. Because now that I'm on fixed income, California doesn't tax Social Security. So that works out pretty good. But it's still a pain in the ass to go through all the stuff and blah, 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 blah. All right, what do we got here? I have a buddy from Laos that lives in Santa Rosa. We have a large Laotian community here. Yeah, I've never lived in a state that didn't have a tax return. Maryland tax return. This is Comptroller Louis L. Goldstein. Your 1977 Maryland state tax packet is now in the mail. Make sure to file early so you can get your refund in a timely fashion. Thank you. And then Baltimore has the notorious piggyback tax, where you take your state tax and then you divide that by 2 and then you add that to it for Baltimore City. Sarita, I wasted 2 years and now feeling trapped and like a loser. I'm 17 and not seeing a path. Well, why are you here, Sarita? What do you expect us to do for you? Right, this is an over 18. This is 18 and over chat. So, sayonara, baby. Ronnie, would you show Sarita to the? Kindly show her to the door, please. I appreciate it. Unless you come in with a permission slip from your mom, we can't be doing it. Yeah, it's just Baltimore City, 50% piggyback tax, right? Just for that. And they wonder why people blew the hell out of the city for the suburbs and stuff like that. So yeah, the infamous piggyback tax right on top of your state income tax. Man, it is pouring. Saludes desde Argentina. Bienvenidos, Amalia, a mi chat. Bienvenidos a California. So tonight, I'm going to be very interested. This is going to be a big bellwether tonight, right? Hey, Alan, this is the first real voting contest since the president assumed office in January. So this is going to be very interesting. Happy April, everybody, by the way. We have survived. We are over the hump. We're cruising towards really the nice weather coming in. Amanda Hugginkiss's favorite weather. Hawaiian shirt weather, gerrymandering. Yeah, well, that's what it all comes down to, doesn't it, Dr. Frankenstein? It's all about how districts will be drawn, right? That's why the Supreme Court case is so important right now, right? That's why the Supreme Court election is so important up in Wisconsin, because they could flip it to, they could either lose their Democrat majority here and flip it back to Republican, or not, right? The weather's been terrible. It's just cold and nasty. We always get to this last great push in wintertime, spring. It just is this horrendous, like unusually cold. 2 years ago there was snow, ice, sleet, right? Tequila and lime for everyone. It might be more expensive tomorrow. Yeah, I've been seriously contemplating whether I should pick up another couple bottles of cognac just to have shelf ready, just in case of I don't know, man. It's like now I heard it might be, hey, Michael, it might be 20% across the board, or it might be specific tariffs directed at specific countries. I mean, 20% tariff on cognac, I don't know. It's gonna make that a $50 bottle, right? It's survivalist, Dr. Frankenstein. I'm open to your advice too, right? I'm just saying we might trip on down to we might trip with just go try. Right? Why don't I just stop eating too? Right? No. Dry. What am I, Irish or I mean, what the hell, man? Most nights I have one damn beer, right? Worst case is drink bourbon, yeah. So I don't know. I'll forgive you for that, Noreen. I mean, it's just like, wow, right? I mean, and there's Hugginkis. You knew she was. Oh yeah, well, they should dry out the Rancho. It's such an alcoholic mess over there, right? Who turns in 400 pounds of Heineken glass bottles? Cognac is expensive, but you don't sit there and, you don't sit there and pound cognac down, right? You just sip that a little bit. Yeah, just go dry, start talking crazy. I mean, what the hell, man? Why don't I just stop wearing underwear too? And right. Have you all tried baby blue whiskey? I'm telling you, Zill, I've not heard of that before. Just got a bottle from a customer. Baby blue whiskey. How about that? Yeah, just give up already, right? I mean, it's, honestly, drinking is something that it's like the last of the kind of affordable pleasures, right? You can recycle all the liquor bottles now. Find some American whiskey. You've got to try Four Roses. Small batch or single barrel is amazing. All right, I'll tell you sometime the story of Four Roses down in Kentucky. There, it's an amazing story. Only drink tequila. I don't know. Tequila is like the only liquor I don't drink. That and scotch I really don't like too much. But, a lot of money has been poured into this race tonight. And this will test people's resolve with, and I don't really know what the $1 million handouts were. I'm not sure. Did you put your name in a hat or something, and then he's going to draw out a couple $1 million winners? I don't know. But tonight's the night we test the limits of money when it comes to political elections. Can elections be bought? Right now, I'm not saying it's only the red side that's poured money, and the Democrat Party's poured a ton of money into Wisconsin also. So we're going to see tonight how it all shakes out. The odds are that will become a blue seat there. Even in the lads had a bit of old Toby. Yeah, I couldn't imagine dealing with that when they drink tequila. Well, it's been a lot of Soros money, but it's been a lot of Elon Musk money too. So drinking at home is cheap. Yeah. We're gonna see tonight that really the seats are in, I think the Florida legislature and stuff. I don't know. We'll see tonight, but I think Wisconsin's going to be a real tell because that was a very split state, and it's the one email that kept coming in over and over and over again. Are you going to talk about Wisconsin tonight and what that's going to mean for the agenda? Well, when you're elected president, in my opinion, and my moderators will tell you, everything is just my opinion on here, right? You only have that certain amount of 60, 70 days where you're going to get a lot of slack and you can pretty much run your program. It's like if you catch the ball in the end zone in your kickoff and you decide to bring it back, right? And you're at the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50, then you're over to midfield, the 40, 30, and then you're tackled at like the 28-yard line, right? Right. It's a nice return, right? So that's the same thing. We've been tackled on the 28-yard line. There was some Congresswoman, Republican, that stepped out today and said, I'm not a part of the program that's coming up here. And Speaker Mike Johnson just shut down the House, and that was it, right? So we now it's going to be. Plus, we had that Supreme Court hearing today, which is available on audio if you want to hear that. Where deporting or getting rid of people, does it violate due process, or does national security trump all? So very interesting. Mr. Relish. Not intended. Now, Ronnie tends to be sitting right up there in the hot area tonight of Wisconsin. And he has been absolutely hammered with political ads left from all over the place. So it's going to be interesting. 3 weeks ago, Ronnie didn't even know there was a Supreme Court race, right? They skipped the due process when they entered illegally. Well, that was a lot of the argument of the federal attorneys was, hey, you give up your right to due process when you come in under a violation of law. You basically don't consent to the law of the country whose laws you violated. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it's no loss, in my mind, it's no loss to kick anybody out of here that's not here legally. I mean, there's a right way to do stuff and a wrong way. And I've never really differed my thoughts on that at all, right? Once you start just obeying the laws that you want to obey and then disregarding the rest, right, just doesn't matter, and people take the cues from that, and that's the way it is, right? So we'll see how it all plays out tonight. I'm going to make some Brunswick stew tonight, which is really chicken stew with potatoes, corn, onions. It's delicious. Someone has got a Santa Rosa Junior College sweatshirt on. Oh, tomorrow's my last day before surgery. And we're coming up to Easter too. All right, so make sure you're on all messages here. This thing keeps defaulting to that. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, I baked a beautiful loaf of bread today. So we continue. I figure I can bake a big loaf for about $1, right? Compared to paying $9 that they want it like Oliver's Market or something like that for it. So otherwise, what else was going on? Who's senator from New Jersey, Booker? It's on the floor of the Senate for like 24 hours now, holding the Senate in a filibuster. It's been a while since we've seen a good old-fashioned filibuster. What's going on, lurker? Yeah, what is going on? It's election night in America. It always seems like we always got something going on. He's amazing. The big thing of it is there's talking, throwing them in prison without you. Yeah, I'm saying, well, the argument is about whether you have any rights when you illegally enter a nation. In other words, when you break the first law, do you have a right to claim any legal standing beyond that? That's what it is. Are you shielded by law when you're initially a lawbreaker? Right? Or have you automatically said you don't intend to abide by the laws of the United States by illegally entering the country? I don't know what the answer is, but the Supreme Court is working on that tonight. Oh no, here she comes. But the Supreme Court is working on that tonight. I think she kind of leaves me alone here now. Yeah. She's out working it in the rain. Over here working it in the rain. Yeah, thanks, Habib. Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday to you, Habib. Happy birthday. Well, she was on me for a while about parking here, and now I'm pretty much in the Cal Visitor Center spots. I don't know. I guess she does. She's conscientious. She's out there. Look, she's got her smartphone. She's taking a picture. It'll have a timestamp on it. Right, crazy. She's just doing her job. All right, it looks like she's getting ready to spit out a ticket here. Here we go. All right, right into the envelope. Boom. Surprise. There we go. Whoever's got this Toyota just got a little bit of a present. Trump disappeared in Maryland Valley. Yeah, well, the accidents are going to happen. It's a lot of people that are moving. Maybe she's just a concern. I mean, people that have been going through that, and down there, almost becoming, and then, given the volume of people are going, of course, mistakes are going to be made, right? It's a high volume operation, but the fact that the mistake was admitted, right, by the administration, right? Nobody from outside found it out, right? That is crashing. I guess that means a lot of other states. What's up, Kelly? How you doing? Yeah, we have to see what the weather's like. I'm always ready for another protest. Well, they'll bring them back, right? We'll see what happens, Leo. But I'm not going to worry about one or two exceptions to. We're a nation that's famous for just focusing on the exception, right, and not the general rule. So do I care if some of these thugs are deported out? Hell no, right? Right. But I'm not the Supreme Court. They might see it totally different. They might say, bring them all back, man. Every one of them gets to waste taxpayer dollars and stand in here with an appointed lawyer, right? Billing out at $300 an hour. Here they're probably dead. Yeah, well, some things are just too, it's the old saying, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, and I'm not surprised. Things get messy in war, too. We accidentally have friendly fire that takes people out. It's a consequence of a large operation. Not a thug. We don't know what it was. We don't know what it was, Leo. Right. We don't swallow one side or the other. We let the Supreme Court decide it, right? It's not my job to decide. They're the ones that had to take 2 hours today at a hearing and listen to both sides about due process and all that. And I was just looking at the federal side and just saying, right, if you break the law illegally coming in, then, what legal standing do you have from that point onward? It's like the lawyer said, you've already set yourself up as a violator of United States sovereignty and law. So what do you say at that point? I don't know. Right? What do you do at that point? I don't know. That's why we have a Supreme Court. What's up, Mystery? How you doing? And then Mystery's on the ground in the real tragic place of Asheville, North Carolina out there, right? She sees what's going on in that place. Thank goodness springtime is coming, though, Mystery, right? Should make it a little easier for folks that are living around there. I guess there's a lot of Red Cross tents set up. Interestingly, in LA, there's very few of that stuff. I guess most of the people that got burned dead had the resources or the insurance coverage to have a place to stay. I don't have no problem with being criminally being thrown out, but most of the people that they threw, they didn't go through. Yeah, but if everyone that they picked up almost to a person is illegal alien. And then it's going to be a different. Well, everybody always falls back on that. It's all good to say unless it's your family, blah blah blah. No, there's rights and wrongs, right? There's a right way and a wrong way to do stuff. What do you tell the people that have been waiting in immigration lines for 8 years from Myanmar to get in here, or from some Azerbaijan or something, that they have to get behind these people? It doesn't pass the fairness test. All right. Springtime in North Carolina, mean CIA. What's up, Mr. Pollard? CIA. No. But the good news for all of you is I don't decide it. The United States Supreme Court decides it. And you know what? Whatever the United States Supreme Court decides, I'm totally supportive of it, right? That's the beauty of me. I'm a very centrist position. I have my own personal opinions. But when a court decides this is the way it is, that's the way it's going to be, right? That's the way it is. Zorp, I wouldn't say it's a big van. It's actually a pretty small van. It's a pro-master city. It's 2016. I like it. It gets very good mass mileage. Expect they decided to turn around the planes around. What do you expect? I don't even know what that means. Expect they decided to turn the planes around. What are your views on that? The Venezuelan contingent that is down in El Salvador now. Obviously, the local police departments and departments knew who the people were that were the problematic in the community. Hence, it was very easy to round them up. Right? Some of these thugs had 10 arrests and stuff, and they're still back in the country. So they should return because that's what the court wants. Hey, it's what the court decides, right? It's what the court decides, right? All right, so I'm all for that. If the court says they all stand due process, they all stand due process. That's it. I don't have any basic disagreement with that. Never have. What's up, Eddie? How you doing? Well, I can't help tattooing. I mean, right. I don't go just by that. What's up, Corky? How you, Corky? Corky. Didn't the court ask for the plane to be turned around? It's a question of time when it occurred or when it didn't occur. That's the tattoo. I don't even know if they were for sure gang tattoos. Yeah, I don't hold anything against a tattoo. You know, you have a lot of young people that grow up here that want to get tatted up with like MS-13 and all that stuff. They'll never in their lives even get near MS-13, but they still do that stuff. So yeah, whatever the Supreme Court decides, I'm 100% behind it. That's what a law-abiding person does, right? They stick with whatever the program says. That's it. So I don't have any problem with that. Well, that's what they're deciding today, Alan. Whether the courts even have any jurisdiction over a decision by the executive branch to deport people that are national threats. Right? Do they have to come into court and explain what national threat every person is, or de facto are they here, picked up, have criminal records and all that for the most part? Or is that prima facie evidence that they're national threats here? So, right, that's what it's coming down to. They said they don't have to follow. That's what I'm saying, man. Right, but they will follow the Supreme Court. Right, I can tell you that. I can almost guarantee you that that's going to be. I mean, there's no other court of appeal. Right. Either that, or we just slip into lawless revolution. Let's see. Several being brought back and put right back. I've seen that. Buses being unloaded. I don't know, Naomi. What's up, Luke? So you're not going to, injunctions get issued, get ruled on very quickly, especially when you have confliction between the executive branch and the judicial branch. They tend to get resolved pretty rapidly. But I'm much more intrigued about the election in Wisconsin tonight. Hey, what's up, Admiral? What's up, Admiral? Yeah, and for every person that came in when they were 16, 500 have been deported for coming in the last 3 years. Right. Yeah, well, that's what they argued in court. Anytime you violate the sovereignty of a nation, you've de facto declared yourself not under the jurisdiction. You don't consent to the laws of that nation. And that was what the whole argument from the federal side was today. You can't make good out of something. You can't make something legal out of something illegal. Yeah, we got Corky in. Corky's like, where's the tree sitters? Where's the tree sitters? The trees are too wet to sit in, Corky. Corky was I'd have Cookie on like Streamlabs as a field feed or a commentator when stuff is going on. Right. Anyway, we'll know pretty soon what the story's going to be. We'll know what's going on. You already had Republicans that broke rank today. Like I said, I think you got 70 days of an open field, and then you get tackled on the 28-yard line, and then can you get into the red zone or not? Right? Yeah, I'm getting ready, Kathy. Thank you. I'm all set. Leo. Sovereign citizen. Oh, man. Oh, that's a riot, man. Right? You know, the simple question that Judge Scalia asked, did they come across the border with the consent of the United States? No. Right. Thank you. That was it. That was the only question he asked today. Yeah, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. Anyway, if you haven't heard, the hearing is very interesting. I tend to expect that the judges will line up on the side of due process, even though people have tacitly waived their right to due process by being here illegally. But we'll see. It's a very thorny issue. Not Scalia, I mean Alito. I'm sorry. Yeah, I get those two confused. They look alike. Alito. Scalia. Yeah, the one that liked to party. Yeah, the one that had the flag over his beach house or whatever, or was that Kavanaugh? I can't remember which one of them. Let's see. I'm of the firm that we need a third. Yeah, but the problem, Bill, now is that third parties just cannot succeed in this nation. We had the Bull Moose Party by Theodore Roosevelt, who cost other people the election. They tend to be an upsetter. They tend to be an upsetter of major parties, right? Because people say this last election, if this Green Party woman hadn't have been here, she took all the votes that were needed to win these states. You know what I'm saying? So these third parties, Ross Perot, Bernie, they just end up being problematic. I fly two flags. And Naomi, what did you think of that liftoff of that rocket in Norway, in the beautiful fjord right there with the snow, and it was pretty wild. I have to bang out a quick. Oh, there's C Dot, right? Basketball coach you heard, right? What's up, C Dot? Right, I didn't like the way you were putting that moving screen out there. Make sure you're not in the paint when you're doing that. We don't need any more. We don't need any more moving pic violations here. And I didn't see a lot of coverage down in the key there. Where are those hands, right? Yeah, it blew up, and it was beautiful the way it was set in that very alpine scene there. I'm so used to seeing Florida, which is flat landscape, and all of a sudden I'm seeing this beautiful rocket go up, right? Keep down, but you keep knocking. Honey, I never knocked Norway. What did I knock Norway about? Right? The homeland of Sonja Henie, gold medalist, 1952 Winter Olympics, movie star. Right? Nobody knocks Norway. I just don't know what Norwegian food is like, right? Right. I know what Swedish meatballs are. I know what lutefisk is, but I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's quite up my alley there, right? I never knock Norway. No, I don't knock Norway. I talked about, we're going to make some blubber jerky, but I think that was Greenland, wasn't it? Right? Because it's cold. You got to have that high fat chew, right? So you're sucking that fat out of that blubber all day, and it keeps you warm, right? It makes me want to go online and order a little bit of whale blubber, right, just to give it a chew. Right, Corky. I never even knew Greenland had a flag until a week ago. I saw some guy out at the protest, right? And I was like, is that your family coat of arms or something? And I was like, man, this is the flag of Greenland. All right, whoa, keep your drawers on, man. Keep your drawers on. It's some horrific weather. Yeah, we got horrific weather. Here, it's just been awful here. It's just pounding rain. Then the sun comes out, and then we get big blobs float overhead again. So make sure you know where your candles and your flashlights are and everything, right? It's always good to have a little propane cook stove too in your house, just in case you have to cook or heat up some water, and make sure you have some water too, right? Just good basic preps. Lefts. I'm not sure what lefts is. Talking about the bit that are getting ready to go. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about too, right? The people that are going through in the South. It's that time of year where the warm air of the Gulf collides with the cold air. And there's lutefish. Yeah, I don't know, Hunted. I don't want fish that's soaked in lye. Even Anthony Bourdain's like, right, no. It's one of those really super acquired tastes, right? Heart-shaped waffles. There you go. I don't know, Naomi. I would, maybe I should go to Oslo and report, right? At least Greenland has cheap land, as much like the U.S. used to be before corporate interest. Do you think, Bill, but it's like when people say, oh, I can go into the Arizona desert and I can pay $6,000 for an acre of land, right? Well, what do you get for it? Right? I mean, what do you got? You got power. You got to pay $10,000 a mile to bring a power line in. You got no water. You got no waste disposal, right? You can't grow anything. It's 40, 50 miles to the nearest 40, 50 miles to the nearest store. It's blowing a gale half the time, right? I mean, cheap land is not all it's cracked up to be. I don't know how many people could sustain living in Greenland. I don't know. Like I said, it's what's the weather today? It's the same as it was 3 weeks ago, dude. Right? Hey, Tyler. Right? It's the same as it was 3 months ago. Don't ask, right? Cloudy with snow on and off. Yeah, we're gonna finally get some good weather. I get to put some plants in. I got to be careful I don't get an infection in my I have surgery on Thursday. This will be switched over to this hand. I figured I'd get my left paw done first, just in case I lose. They cut a nerve or something. I still am able to, right, wipe and everything else, right? It's not like a total loss. Norway is a very snowy country. The west coast is the wettest. I'll follow doctors. And stuff my ears full of peanut butter. Oh, Danny. I don't know, man. Give me, they didn't take all of your good silverware and your big coin collection and stuff. They did that. I'm waiting until next week to plant. Plots are ready to go. Yeah, I'm going to try to work on my plots right-handed. I'm just going to put a plastic bag over my hand, right, and then just kind of work away. pulling weeds and doing everything else. The chocolate is better than Ghirardelli and Hershey. How do we know that? Have you had it? It's gray and cloudy over here in Michigan. Yeah, the beautiful state of Michigan. I just wish there weren't all the mosquitoes around up there. Yeah, I hear you, Noreen. It's like, I'm going to come down and beat your ass if you don't follow the doctor's orders. Please hit the thumbs up button, guys. We got a big election in Wisconsin tonight. It's going to be a barn burner. We have some elections in Florida. So the board is getting a little complicated now. We had some Republicans jump ship in the House of Representatives today. Mike Johnson, the speaker, just shut it down, man. Just shut it down for the rest of the week. That's it. I think there is a lithium gold rush waiting in Green. That could be an equalizer, but you have some stuff. No, I don't know, Bill. I don't know. You probably know better than I do. One of the big problems, a lot of people would be inclined, Bill, to say, right, well, we have big lithium down in the Imperial County down there outside of Neyland and Slab City there. We have the Salton Sea, which is just packed with lithium and stuff. But the problem is you're going to have to go through a million lawsuits, right, to get to ever mine that stuff. Whereas if you go to Greenland, yeah, maybe you can just snatch it, right? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure, Noreen. I'm just on Blob Alert to see when the next blob is going to be coming over here. So that's the one I'm really interested in up in Wisconsin. But I don't think the polls close for another couple hours or so up there. I don't know what time it is on the East Coast. Free of milk chocolate called Migagoose Kabooba Boo Boo is yummy. Yeah, it's probably a dirty business. I don't know. Javi's taxes going up by Donald Trump. Your taxes are going up. They're definitely going up, right? You say, well, how they can be? Because there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to extract money out of people. You can't politically raise taxes through an act of Congress. You can't really borrow anymore, right? But you can turn to Dorsey and say, hey, if we pop a 20% tariff on $4 trillion of imports, that's $800 billion, $4 trillion of import. That's $800 billion of revenue to the Treasury, right? So who's going to pay? You're going to pay, right? There's no escaping it. This is why I've said from day one that I'm not a tariff person, because the people that end up, there's two things that happen. Either people don't buy, right? Like, who's going to step up and pay 25% more? I mean, I went online today, a Hyundai Santa Fe, they want $46,000 for. Right? I mean, think about that. Right? So now they're going to jack this crap up some more. I mean, who's going to pay the freight for that? So I'm not a tariff person. It's just it's a oblique way of taxing ourselves here. Yeah, it was a Hyundai Santa Fe. I'm like, that's not gonna hurt. Well, long term, if it sticks, which I doubt that they will, then of course it encourages companies to build manufacturing and to do domestic manufacturing. But that's a big distance. That's a big gap to be closed now between now and then. Right? That's a huge amount of time to come. Yeah, the Santa Fe, and I thought, wow, I mean, whoa, So effectively, the tariff just drives down the standard of living in this nation in the short run by taking more money out of people's pockets here. Well, I don't want to call them ridiculous, but I've done videos, and I hope you subscribe and check them out, looking back at the history of tariffs and how they always end up being very costly, usually to the party that's in office that brought them in, and they're always undone. And they can definitely spur recessions. And in 1894, we had the biggest depression until the Great Depression in 1929. So, to me, I can't see cheering for tariffs. Because the ones that pay it are really the import companies that bring that stuff in, and then they're going to immediately turn around, warehouse it, and then stick the tariff on top of it. So, right, it's not like the foreign country's going to pay it. They pay it by slowing down the amount of imports that are coming into this nation. I don't know if it's why McKinley got shot, but they eventually undid the. I think McKinley got shot in like 1902 or something, 1901 in Buffalo. I know for sure he was assassinated in Buffalo, but I think it was 1901 or something. The vampire ball is ending. What the hell is that? Corky, what the hell does that mean? Hey, Kaylee. Jeez, Corky, what does that mean, dude? The vampire ball is ending. Oh, man. Work best when you have under Elon and willing workers who can live on their wages. The other issue is whether we even have the population to sustain, low cost manufacturing or not anymore, right? Having worked in very dirty factories, I can tell you it's not the kind of work that would appeal to everybody. Corky's a trip, isn't he? Hey Cheryl, how are you? There's the beautiful Cheryl. Tariffs work best when you have underviewed and whirling workers who can live on their wages. How you doing, Cheryl? Nice to see you. The Queen of Clovis, California. 98 scored waste for sale, 87,000 original miles. Danny, I was thinking about getting a 1966 Ford Country Squire station wagon with the genuine imitation wood on the side of it, right? Midnight blue with, right. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cheryl. I just gone. I love Cheryl. I didn't even see you there, sweetie. When quoting someone makes you on drugs. I don't know, Corky. I'm still back on the vampire thing. Nice to see you, Cheryl. One of the sweetest gals you'll ever follow here on YouTube. Does a lot of great content, a lot of great commentary. Just an A++ person. Callie Mo, what's going on? I'm still trying to figure out Corky's vampire dealio there, whatever the hell that was. I don't know. The vampire ball. Oh man, I'm waiting for a Tesla to drop into my lap. Oh, here comes the Toyota FJ. Wow, I could have had that. Good evening, Inspector Gadgets. How are you? Nice to see you tonight. I'm going to be making a Brunswick stew tonight, which is a chicken stew that's a little bit on the Italian side with tomatoes and corn, and it goes very good with cornbread. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out Corky's vampire deal. Yeah, hey, Calimo. All right, there's 72 countries with the fake wood. We had a 66, and then we had a 73 Ford LTD. That was a real cruise machine with the 429 cubic inch. I'll be floating down the road in that thing. So I got my first speeding ticket in that. Looks like we're free of blobs for a little while here overhead. I love a good stew. Yeah, this is a chicken stew. It's very delicious. It's kind of chicken based. Normally you would take a whole roaster chicken or something and then just throw it in a pot of water and then boil it and then get in there with your fingers and pull all the meat off as if I'm going to do all that. No, I ain't got no dumplings, Nori. No dumplings. This is thick enough as it is. I wonder why your insurance would be so much, because you only drive one car at a time, right? I'm bracing for the home insurance, that bill to come thundering through the slot in May. These insurance companies are just gone batshit crazy. Then I just got alerted today that the Sonoma County Water Agency wants to put up sewer and water rates for the next 5 years. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I don't know if you saw that Wine Country. Eat a whole loaf of white bread with a good stew. I made a nice big loaf today. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it. They want to raise the water rates again. The water bill used to be $50. Now it's $100. Then they want to take it up over the next 5 years. Wow, it's just out of control here, right? You can't do it within the scope of the existing rate structure, because most of that shit goes into salaries and things. Nobody ever holds the line. Everybody that's ever had my Brunswick stew has absolutely loved it. It's got taters in it too. But I'm not soaking a whole doggone chicken and then sitting there and schlepping the meat off of it and doing all that. Getting all greasy. Ooh. Protest water. It's water and sewer because we have to make improvements. It's like, oh man. Right. And of course they will go ahead. Yeah, but you flush your toilet and everything. But they will go ahead and just approve the rate increase, so it doesn't really even matter. All right, maybe 2 or 3 people show up. They'll treat them like they're nuts out there, like they're nut jobs. Right. Yeah, well, you got cornbread. That's good. Normally, you'd make cornbread with the Brunswick stew. It's a good accompaniment. But I just have I'm not going to have the stew tonight because it's always best when it sits overnight. And So I'm just going to have some ramen and shrimp tonight, I think. Right. Amanda hug and kisses favorite. Car insurance is expensive and they keep going up. I had to lower my coverage, man. Right. Yeah, so when these tariffs kick in or whatever. Plus, the assumption is that your trade will be will not be impacted on the outside, and there's no guarantee that our trading partners don't, boycott a lot of American goods and dent a lot of our export market. I'm already living like a refugee. I may start a commune. Sure, I'll move in, honey. I'm in. Right, you can hook a plow to me and we'll just we'll bust the sod down there. It'll be like the grapes of wrath again. We can write the new grapes of wrath. What is your skill set, Noreen? Now you have a nice car you can roll up in, all nicely painted. How's your paint job holding up? Looks like I'm locked out. I'm going to try tomorrow. Gas went up 10 cents where I am. Paint job is great. That's good. I want to keep a track on that. I want to keep my eye on that paint job down there. Make sure that's holding up pretty good. Anyway, so to me, tariffs are they look like a very enticing way to raise federal revenue by taking the money out of the Americans' pockets to pay it. It doesn't get paid by the country that sends it. A lot of people think that, China's going to have to pay this bill when their ships show up. No. It's the import broker and jobber and customs freight forwarder. They're the ones that are responsible for forwarding the tariff money and all that, right? And it just gets reflected in the cost of the goods. Right? A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about how a tariff is implemented. What's up, Shimei? How you doing? There's the parking guy, just whizzes right through the parking lot. I've never seen one of these guys get out of a car. Well, there's plenty of eggs on the shelf now. We'll have to check with June to see if Market Basket. Man, I love the shank of the afternoon here. I thought there were 2 races in Florida tonight, Noreen. At Walmart, that's crazy. Yeah, they were $5.99 at Safeway. Cory Booker today. I don't know how you feel about him, but he seems like an amazing person. Well, he wasn't talking to me. Mesocyclonic cell forming in Texas. This whole area here is one mesocyclonic, right? It's not unheard of to have a tornado. I'm surprised we haven't had any thunderstorms or anything here. Yeah, that's Shimei's senator up there, right? He's doing a Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. No, wait a minute. I have the floor. Point of order. The senator will continue. Well, thank you, sir. What is District 1? Where's that? District 1, that's got to be like Tallahassee or something. Tallahassee, Lassie. Looks like another big blob is moving this way. Well, I don't think that'll be close. Oh, man. Ooh. Oh, FSU. Yeah, the Seminoles. I love the way they come into the stadium. Dun, 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 dun. One of the greatest entrances in college football, right? The Knowles, baby. Oh, man. Bobby Bowden. The great Florida State Seminoles football team. Oh, man. What's up, Duncan? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? It's almost an even split right now. Yeah, we lost Mr. Who is the one? It's Mr. Leahy. Good to see you, Duncan. Nice to see you tonight. I'm trying to keep an eye on the blob. I'm surprised Kitchen Stadium is still standing today. And that poor fence out back. Oh, boy. Me and Mac Jones, they got a whole lot of love. Shit, we're just chilling out, man. We are just chilling out. April 5th, yeah, April 5th is a big one. April 5th is a big one. They're all over the place. Healdsburg, Sebastopol, Petaluma, Cotati, Rohnert Park, Santa Rosa. They're all over the place here. All over the place. DC, April 5th. I wonder if Amanda Hug Kiss. No, what am I thinking? Right. We got a thing called love. Ooh. DC. Are we going to be out on the mall? Right, with the cherry blossoms? Is that the deal? Ooh, 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 ooh. Hello, Captain Matthew. How are you? Atlanta must be having one. Protest day. Amanda Hug and Kiss wouldn't sully her hands with a stick of a protest sign. You too, Captain. Thank you very much, Captain, my Captain. Hey, EJ, how are you? Have to run. Okay. See you later, Catherine. Take care. Man, I just want this winter to be over. Elon leaving Doge pretty soon. Oh man. I guess that's why Tesla stock was popping today. Right, Elon. Oh, thank you, Captain. Yep, Thursday, 10:45 a.m. Dum bum ba bum bum bum. He'll be leaving, but Doge will be continuing its work. Hey, Wellsbrew, how you doing? We got a thing called love. Ooh. We got a thing. Do. Man, I finished my federal taxes today. Oh, whoop-dee-doo. Finally. Man, that's always like an over-the-hump feeling. Democratic here in government, Democrat money assumes paying for an independent. I'm not sure. Democrat governor here with Democrat money assumes paying for an independent. Oh man, I don't know. There's a lot of money been poured into that Supreme Court judgeship race, man. It's almost embarrassing how much money's been pissed away. Whether your toilet doesn't overflow with outdated sewage, I don't know. Getting ready for the preach and feed to commence. I'm doing a scan for blobs here. Seems clear for the moment. We got a thing. Why are you sitting in my fireplace? Yeah, sorry, Monk. Cold love. Man, I couldn't believe the way they jacked up the price of those Hondas on the lot down there. Corey blocked me when I told him. No, I don't think Corey blocked you. No. Nah, Corey wouldn't block you. No. No way. Who would block you? Who would block you? Oh, it's Admiral Kirk. How you doing, Admiral? What's going on? Corky's not a blocker. Corky likes to engage, right? Corky likes to be pithy, not pissy, pithy, right? I'm sure you did, Admiral. Go tell your mom upstairs. Thank you, Fahad. What's going on in Iran today? The used car sales are getting rich because of these tariffs, yeah. Haven't they gotten rich the last few years anyway? Or they're tremendous. Imagine having a Maverick on your lot and you mark it up $10,000. Like, really? Yeah, see, Shimei, you were smart. Plus, you have a really nice HRV vehicle. Beautiful. Shimei, how was conference? Is it a multi-day event or what's going on? Do you have a dinner? You have a dinner tonight? Me and Mrs. Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, we got a whole lot of love. Ooh. Oh, Wednesday through Sundays. Okay. So are you in? Are you on the mean city of Lawrenceville, or are you in? Are you just drive to Cherry Hill, or what's the story? It's the big whoop-de-doo, the annual conferences. Good night, Irene. Good night. What's District 1? What's District 2? Sunday service will determine if I stay at my church or move on to another. Oh, okay. What is your inclination, Shimei? Would you like to have a fresh go at a new congregation, or would you like to stay with the one that you have? There you go, Corky. District. Oh, that would be a red district, right? For sure. Right. We have beautiful Nicole there, right? Man, the wind is fierce. That must mean another blob is coming. Yeah, I like blueberries too, but I told you the story. I want to stay with the one I have. Okay. All right. I'm surprised every year it comes up like it's almost like a major league free agents thing, right? Right. Like you're going through the transfer portal or something. You might end up in Trenton or, right? We had one thunderstorm here today. I'm surprised we haven't had any thunder here, to tell you the truth, Naomi. We have a strong wind from the west here, northwest. And I'm really surprised the Kitchen Stadium is still standing, to tell you the truth. Really surprised. Now, what is District 2? Is it District 1 and District 2 are having elections tonight? I need one of those maps behind me, Noreen. Right? So I can be in front of the map. Let's go to the map. Let's enlarge the district here. Where is District 6? Where is that? I can be moved at any time. I am an itinerant elder. Okay. Oh, just below Jacksonville. That would be a little more blue there, wouldn't it? District 6, Daytona Beach. Okay. All right, I get it. That's the high dollar area there. How's that one shaking out so far? You expect that one to be a little more of a toss-up, right? Probably why Kid Rock is rocking down there, right? Yeah, isn't Daytona Beach high dollar? I don't know. I mean, what is it? Slums of Florida? It was nice when I was there. Oh. It is slums or it isn't. I don't know. Listen to this. Amanda Hogginkiss has never set foot in Florida. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Lynn, how are you? We got a thing. It is not high dollar. Where's the high dollar? Is it hillbilly? Oh, the Daytona 500 is there. Okay. I grew up near Daytona. Back then it was nice. Yeah, I enjoyed my time there. We'll take your word for that. I was in Florida in January. Oh, okay. Hey, Vincent, how are you? South Florida has a high dollar. What about Naples and Sarasota? Right? Isn't Naples like really high dollar? AKA nipples. Yeah, Naples is nice. But it's high dollar, man. High dollar. We got a thing called love. And to think I used to like pancakes. Nice to see you, Vincent. Palm Beach money. How about Miami? Yes. A lot of people moved to Florida, and I don't know. Like I said, the thing that shocked me about Florida was the 2000 election was decided by the court, right? Whether a hanging chad on a punch card should count or not, right? The election was that close, and then it just blew out to a red state, right? And who in the hell knew that, right? Right? I would have predicted that that thing would have stayed toss up for years, but then I figured somebody's like, no, all the people moved here to escape the high taxes and stuff. Boynton Beach. Yeah, I'm a little. I think it'll be all right, Vincent. This doctor seems very experienced. He's worked a few of these operations, right? They're gonna just numb it up and then slice it deep and then get in there and open up that tunnel area and then withdraw and stitch it up and move on. Me and Mrs. Joe. Yeah, just, I don't know, the Las Vegas pancake houses just killed me down there. Right, they put out these things that were about an inch thick. No, I'm not here to just have a piece of cake with syrup. No, there's something special. There's something special that makes a pancake. It's got to have a splatter diagram on it, like a star, right? Not like a pale looking thing. Anyway, I very much enjoyed my trip to Florida. The third one, I don't know. It's a little crowded over near Clearwater, St. Pete, and all that. The Courtney, whatever causeway there. Pancakes with maple syrup. Like, man, put cheese whiz on his. My man put cheese. Extra syrup and extra butter on my pancakes, right? Oh God, no, you better not vote for him no more. Man, is this guy ignorant or what? Jamaican songbird? He can't even put together a grammatically proper sentence there. Yeah, Courtney Campbell, it all sucks here. It used to be pretty cool. I don't know. But a lot of people moved in there. And I don't know what county that is. Hernandez, or I don't know where Pasco County is. Somewhere around there. Okay, so, yeah, well, why did people think it would be close? I mean, the two districts you mentioned, I would have thought Daytona District 6 would have been a much more 50-50. Yeah, I don't really know all the words to good night, Irene. A la snack bar, they had low voter turnout. I thought the Democrats were turning everybody out because of the anti-Trump sentiment. I would think turnout would be extraordinary. Were any of those seats open? Corky. Jeez. Damn, Corky. Let's see. So 24 flight radar track had the first and last. Oh, and they put up Air France kind of April Fools on us, right? Man, Corky, that's a hoot. You do have a hell of a sense of humor. Hello, Carter. How are you? I would have thought turnout would be spectacular, right? For that. I guess maybe people aren't as plugged in as maybe we think that they are. Right. But I think if that Susan Crawford doesn't win in Wisconsin, it'll be a very sad night, right? For the Democrat Party, it'll be very so. I don't know. I wonder why they didn't turn out. By Waltz and Getz. All right. Okay, thank you, Noreen. I don't know enough about Florida politics. Pasco is near Port Richey. I live in St. Pete. Is that a nice area, Kamikaze? Is that nice over there? It would have been a waste of Soros's money, too. The turnout looked pretty good to me. Yeah, I would have thought everybody would have turned out there. Yeah, I thought Clearwater was pretty good, but man, that Courtney Campbell Causeway, boy, holy smokes. Right, I live by Eckerd College. There was a sauce. Oh, I guess that's Eckerd. No, Jonathan, I'm a centrist. I'm an independent. I'm just an observer. I try to keep things fair and balanced. I'd let the courts decide things. I just bought a real small house in Gulfport. Can't wait. That sounds really nice. That sounds real nice. Do you believe in climate change? I think climates change all the time. I mean, we had a dinosaur age, right? We had a volcanoes blow and took out the dinosaurs, and look at how clean the air began. So of course we have climate change, right? I grew up in Northeast St. Petersburg. All right. We got a thing called love. Hey, Angus Kisses. Yes. And that's the way it is. Right. December 4th, 1972. I'm Walter Cronkite in New York. From all of us at CBS headquarters, good night. This has been the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite. Do you believe in universal health care? That's a loaded question. Would I like everybody to have health care? I would. Do I like that to be on the taxpayers' backs? No, it's not a requirement of nations to fund health care for people. How you doing? June? June, did you go to Market Basket today? Dreamfish, Colorado. Oh, yeah, there's Plant Life. Plant Life, I'm going to lick a toad tonight. Right. Legalize Mohawk religion. Holy polyculture says, who knew they were illegal? 600. I learn a lot when you come in. Dude went to the hospital trying to. Yeah, it's very cheap over there. On my Justin, do you believe in life after love? Ding, 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 ding. uh, shit. Oh, man, that's great. 600 plant life, right? I mean, just make a point, dude. I don't need to have polysyllabic psychobabble in here, okay? Polyculture, mumbo jumbo, plant life, toads, go lick a toad. I mean, come on, dude. Oh, Justin makes a hell of an entrance, doesn't he? Do you believe in oh, shit. I bet Amanda Hug and Kiss didn't even laugh at that, right? Here we go again on my own. Dun, dun, dun. A nation has a duty to its citizens, and that includes healthcare. Well, that's a very debatable thing, isn't it? Right? It's a very debatable thing. Do. The fact we have government in healthcare is what drove the cost up so dramatically. Holy medicine. Who declares it holy? And animals can save human life. Yeah, I depend on them for eating, right? 600. I'm going to be having some chicken stew tonight. I hope that's not going to throw you off, right? Like PETA. Oh. I hope that's not going to, right? Oh my God, eating chicken, right? I can't believe it. Quirky. Oh, shit. Shit. Yeah, well, who pays for it, right? Right? There's nothing called, they used to put free universal out. Now they dropped the free. Right? Nothing is free. Right? Somebody's got to pay for it. The Mohawk people use these holy medicine plants and animals in religious practices, and they're illegal or something. I got people that up in the graveyard a couple years ago, right? I mean, they can't even take a chicken and slaughter it in the graveyard at Halloween. They got to buy a bucket of KFC and sit there in a circle and do their Halloween thing. Right? I mean, we're just, we're sacrificing a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? Yeah, I'm driving tonight, Sarah. That's the problem. Everybody's wanted everything for free in this nation, and we see what that's cost us. And then we want to tax the very people that create wealth and create prosperity, right? So we can all be equally miserable. Let's see. Over 60 cats died in Long Island. Wow, 60 cats. 60 cats. Holy plants that have been in religious practice. So what's the problem with them? Stigmatized by xenophobic, eco-terrorist ideologies. I don't know. Yeah, nothing wrong with generational wealth. What is 600 plant life? Who's shutting you down, man? Should we go pay a visit to him? Right. What should we do? I mean, what can the chat do to help you tonight? What can we do? Should we rein in? Right. Should we rein in PETA? Right. We got some girl's going to, I guess it's a girl. She's going to stand trial because she ran into the chicken coop down there at Rocky Chicken down in Petaluma, and she rescued a chicken. And she's going to start Holy Man, Dreamfish, Colorado River Toad, Cane Toad, they say stop licking toads to 600 and maybe get a job. I don't know. Right. You'll be so tired you won't even have the energy to lick a toad, but you'll have a few dollars in your pocket. Americans have a very unique way of living. They see healthcare is only for the wealthy. I don't see anybody here without healthcare. Right. Are toads better than crickets? Corky, I got no idea, Yeah, like money can't get the medicine freedom. I don't know. 600. I mean, it's not, I admire you for your stand and I respect your cultural practices and things, but I don't know what we can do here to help you. Right. And I say that with the open heart that I'm very sorry that, right. But you're opposed to people that are very eco, right? They light fire to the slaughterhouse down in Petaluma. They raided Rocky Chicken. They went to the general manager's house and were protesting there, right? Job don't pay, so we just throw up our hands and just lean on the people, right? What's going on, Optimistic? What are you happy about tonight? Free chickens. Native Americans have casinos. Yeah, that's true. We need more money if we work for years. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. 600. I don't know if you're on a reservation or you're free range out there. I just hope things work out for you. All right. My car broke down. I have repairs tomorrow. I hope it goes well. All right, Rezol, I'm sorry your car broke down. It takes more than lifetime to get home. I mean, I don't really know what that means. I don't know. Robot chickens can lay perfect eggs. June, have you been licking a toad today or something? Man, you are a couple toads over. I don't think 600 would fit in. I don't know. I don't even know if 600 drinks. Right. If I worked for the rest, I still wouldn't be able to afford a house or a car. I do, Jonathan. You just haven't been here long enough to appreciate my centrist, to hear my centrist views, right? You didn't hear my centrist view on Greenland, on Canada, on some of the executive orders that were signed and some of the ridiculousness that's going on. So you're a Johnny come lately to the chat. All right. My belief that we do have separation of powers, and yes, if the Supreme Court rules a certain way, you have to abide by that. Chickens running free everywhere in Hawaii. Holy medicine plants and let me see, holy medicine plants and animals benefit health and environmental sustainability. Well, who is opposing you, right? Who is opposing you on that? Hey, Matthew, how are you? Legalize mohawk. Well, isn't that a state of New York thing, right? Isn't that a church and state thing? Hello, Glasgow. Yeah, these are only my opinions, but right? Hey, Spring Valley, I'm very centrist. Right? Oh, ask me about tariffs. So what if the Supreme Court supports something that goes against the Constitution? Well, who has an answer for that? Spring Valley, another day, hope all is well. It's been a good day. I finished my taxes today. That was a major accomplishment. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I've been very in opposition to that people will tell you here. Right? The communist state of New York. I don't know what the, I guess, I don't know. I guess 600 is running afoul of PETA people and protesters up there, right? And holy men and men are banned by xenophobic eco-terrorist ideologies. Well, welcome to the club, man. These same eco-terrorists burn down slaughterhouses here and raid chicken houses to rescue chickens, and here we are, right? Here we are, right? Nothing's obvious, Jonathan. That's what's the problem with the world. You think everything's obvious. I think someone needs a vacation at the minute. Nixon banned holy medicine use xenophobic ideologies. Well, using Amway, yeah. Free up the holy herbs and animals in the war on good health. I hope it goes good for you, 600. We're kind of the same mind here, right? Right, eco-terrorism and all that stuff. We're kind of like, right there. I get you. But, if you even pick up a cat the wrong way these days, you're going to have an army outside of your door. Cheese hats. I marvel. This is the most ridiculous election in American history here. All this money dumped into a Supreme Court race in a state. Only a MAGA would disagree. If the Supreme Court supports something that goes against the Constitution, well, who are you to say, Jonathan? That's what you're forgetting. You set yourself up as a superpower above the Supreme Court. So what does that say about you? Let's see. Colorado River Toad. I think we've been down the road of the toad. I lived on a res and was a fire watcher. Oh, that's cool. Right. Right. That's kind of lonely sitting in it. It uses bio warfare on us. I feel like I'm bombed with chemtrails all the time, man. Right. But 600 goes around all the chats. I don't know. Maybe you should run for office in New York. Right? How about that? Why don't you run for office or something? Right. Right. Let your voice be heard. Boy, it looks really dark over there. I don't know. I think the blob is over the Central Valley right now. Native Americans don't have rights. Well, I'm going to disagree with you, 600, because they have the right to stick their slot machines as tight as they want to be. Right. Right. Jonathan, and you're closer to just a demagogue, right? Right. You put yourself up as the authority over the United States Supreme Court. Check, please. That's all I needed to know. Yeah, Lyme disease, man. Right. Let's let run, but Native Americans are banned. Well, it looks like you're in a bit of a checkmate, 600. Right. All we can do is just say best of luck to you, right? 600 needs to move into the Foxwoods Casino and retire. Yeah, you've tried. I mean, you have a good heart. I understand what you're saying, right? There's too many people interfering with your right to freely religious practice. I get it. plenty of egg in market basket, but they are regular eggs. What's a regular egg? Oh man, Sweat Lodge may be good. I think the burn might get long. I don't know, Lurker. I call it Gave Ladders. Well, good for you. I mean, I'm trying to be very supportive of you on the chat. Because obviously you've come in many times and brought up this issue here, but there's not much that we can do about it, right? Except just give you, right? Just give you support and say, fight the good fight, right? But, you know, I don't even know if there's a Mohawk reservation. I don't even know if there's a Mohawk reservation in New York. Call lawmakers say no dogmatic oppression. Well, you're on a reservation, right? You're not under United States law, right? You're under tribal authority. No, okay, you're not on one. All right, maybe you could get affiliated with one. Mohawk is 6 nations. Okay. Maybe you can get on board with them. Seems like a tough situation. I just don't think anybody in the chat has a way to help you out here. Ooh. You will give some land back for reforestation. What, the Rancho? What do you mean? You will give some land back for reforestation. I don't even know what that means, dude. Right? It's like you want me to sign the Rancho over to you or what? So, I don't know. We need to start planting eggplants. Let holy medicine plants and animals grow again. Well, I'm afraid that ship has sailed, right? Man, that's a big dark blob over there. 600 might. Well, I think, hey, Street Life, how you doing? I think 600 is just very focused on Native American medicinal and animal heritage and rights. And I think 600 runs into the situation where in his backyard or something in Niagara or something, he can't, you know, do some type of animal sacrifice or raise medicinal toads or something. I don't know, right? So, yeah, I think you have to take that up. I think you got to take that up. Oh, I have no idea, Vincent. I think you got to take that up with New York State, right? Yeah, I don't think we can do anything to help you, but you've monopolized enough of our time here. So if you continue spamming the chat, my moderators are going to have to put you on timeout. We're not going to have our chat hijacked by somebody with an incessantly, repetitive message here. So get the message or head on out. Right. I'm not sure what a holy medicine plant is. I'm a Christian, right? I don't do the whole, right? I don't know what it is, right? I'm strictly a First Amendment person. So Shimei or Ronnie, if you could put this person on timeout, 5-minute timeout or something, that would be great. This person's just in here. They're actually, what they're doing is trolling and just trying to take over trying to monopolize the chat. So they've had their 5 minutes of fame. So, all right. Well, I'm not the boss, but we don't generally cotton to people that just come in and try to hijack a chat. Right. How you been, street life? I mean, I try to be very sympathetic to that and try to be respectful to people in the chat and even-handed. But if you're just going to come in and continuously spam stuff, I don't know what it, yeah, it just gets to be a little much, Glasgow. I just have to say, you've said your piece. Now, if you want to talk about other stuff in the world, right? We got spring in. I'm sorry, optimistic. I probably let that go longer than I should have. That's good street life. You finally got some good weather coming up there. Problem with YouTube is you're talking to the wrong audience here, right? The people you want to take that up with is in New York State, right? Not here. So we'll just have to see. We have important elections tonight that are coming down, and I think most people are interested in that. I'm going to be cooking in a while, another half hour. I'm going to head back. We're going to make a Brunswick stew tonight. I give the airtime that I give. People want to come in and try to paint me a certain way. It doesn't hold up. Yeah, live and let live, EJ. That's my philosophy. But, you come in and you're talking. Yeah, I'm trying to be decent. You come in. Hey, we got the same thing goes on in Sonoma County here. We get people that go down to Marin Sun beef slaughtering house and light it on fire and run into Rocky chickens and hen houses and rescue hens. And I mean, wow. I mean, right. They're saying the Florida seats are going to the Republicans. I heard of if 3 terms are allowed for president, 20 will be Trump versus. I don't know, Quirky. I don't know. Right. I don't know the legal leg. I don't know the legal leg you stand on. Well, it meant consecutive terms or whatever. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous, dude. Where's Jonathan? I think it's just ridiculous to be talking about that kind of stuff right now. Because rescue the hens for their use in holy medicine. I don't know. I'm very, I'm naturally respectful about, if somebody thinks this is important to their religious practices and stuff like that, who in the hell am I to say? There's nothing we can do about it. So, maybe you should book a one-on-one with Shimei or something and get yourself unwired a little bit, right? Oh, man. We just have to come to some realizations, right? There's a measure of people that hate what's going on in the country. There's a measure of people that love what's going on in the country. There's a great bulk of people that dislike what's going on. There's a great bulk of people that just like it. And then there's a great mass of people in the middle that don't give a, right? I can't even speaking of plants that naturally grow and we can use as medicine. Well, that's fine. That's fine, right? Mealworms. It's food for breakfast in 2020. Shimei's like, I got no comment. Right? I got General Conference tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. That's it. Shimei, does your mother go to General Conference? Being that she's, I know she's a retired, but does she go to General Conference with you? I get to pay more for my grocery. Oh, man. I've been paying more for everything, right? Now I get notification that the water rates are going to go up over the next 5 years. Water and sewer, what are we going to do? I don't know. Nobody stands up and says, how's that money being spent? And, right, this, that, and the other. Right? We just roll over. Yeah, that's good for you. Do I have any interest in British politics? Sadly, when Boris Johnson left, my interest in British politics kind of went down, a bit, right? Because at least he was interesting, right? There's nothing real on TV anyway. Yeah, just stay away from the news. Just watch baseball. Let's see. Oh man. Thanks, Shemay. She's nosy like you. Man, that's brutal, right? That's brutal. Wow. Yeah, he was a nut job, but that's what made him. That's what made him watchable, right? I mean, I quite enjoyed his repartee and everything. I don't know. I don't hear a lot of I don't hear a lot of squawking in Britain about tariffs and all that stuff. Right? They're pretty smart in Britain. They moderate themselves very much. They don't just fly off the handle. They kick back. Right? They look at the playing field. They take the long game. Right? That's the difference. He hates Russian. His name is Boris. The man who does is misinform. Watch a queen or hit a ball. That's it. Go study the new bats that the Yankees are using, right? I guess 600 rolled on. Oh, hail Queen Camilla. She's not really a queen, right? She's like a king's consort, and is she officially a queen, or is she like the royal consort? Oh man, I'm gonna be making a Brunswick stew tonight, June, which is a really nice traditional from Williamsburg Chowning Tavern. A really nice dish. Instead of rabbit, it uses chicken. She's a queen consort. She will always be queen to me. Okay. Yeah, she's like a queen consort, right? So, I mean, she keeps to her knitting. I don't hear anything negative about her. I mean, things are pretty well under wraps over there. This whole Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, that stuff's kind of blowing past now, right? Now it's whether Meghan Markle's show on Netflix is any good or she's a Martha Stewart wannabe. And, man, I don't know, right? That's Hug and Kisses department right there. She's one of those big royal hanger-oners. Man, is the weather going to clear tomorrow? Do we have more of this blobs floating around over the area? Princess Kate, she seems very elegant. I'd love to find a baron or lord to marry. You sound like Hyacinth Bouquet. Right. You'd fit right in on keeping up appearances. Right. Oh, I saw the vicar today. Man, do I miss good British comedy. I miss good comedy, period. Right? This nation just lost the ability to laugh. Baroness Amanda. Baron Trump, too young. Too young, wrong generation, yeah. You can call me Betty, and Betty, when you call me Al. That's dun 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 dun. You can call me Al. Man walked in. The knitting takes a lot of balls. Yes. Who were your favorite British what were your favorite British comedies? Well, I mean, we all kind of like Benny Hill. I liked definitely Keeping Up Appearances. It wasn't a comedy, but I liked Two Fat Ladies Cooking Show. I thought that was great. Anything that Judi Dench, Dench, great actress. Emma Thompson. These I don't know. Blackadder. Yeah. Yeah, we just lost. It's very hard to find comedy. Was off the chain, and he was, he did it in a kind of acceptable fashion. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. But I really enjoyed their cooking. Right? Are you being served? I never watched that one. Upstairs, downstairs. Alistair Cook's Masterpiece Theater. Good evening. On tonight's Masterpiece Theater, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. It was a cold and frosty day in London town. Mr. Bean. I liked it when I don't know, when Hyacinth Bouquet pulled up with Richard in front of Daisy and Onslow's place, and she's like something like, Richard said you would think that they would wash their car once in a while, right? And she's like, well, what's the difference? It looks like Beirut around here. Anyway, it's like something that Amanda Hug and Kiss would say at the Rancho, right? Every time I go in the house, the place is a little out of sorts right now. I've been busy, right? Yeah, laughter's the key. That's it, Lee Hill. You gotta laugh, right? You gotta laugh. It's featured on Mystery and Masterpiece Theater. Oh man, I love the Australian comedy too. It's great, right? Right, good stuff. Good stuff. A lot to like in that. We got 20 more minutes, and then we're gonna commence the cooking. I'll see the hillbillies tonight. I'm a little bit concerned. Right. Bouquet residence, lady of the house speaking. Used to make Julia Child. Yeah, she was pretty good. She didn't even try to be funny. That's the real thing about her. Right. She pioneered cooking on TV for sure. Poor Richard. And that Elizabeth, the neighbor. I thought she was good. Did you watch Last of the Summer Wine? The summer wind, do, across the sea. That summer wind, do. The summer wind, do. All right, I think the polls have closed in Wisconsin. Ooh, 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 the summer wind. All-time radio stations. It's a nice camper van. Yeah, I don't know if Tony. I guess yeah. I think Tony Bennett paid. I think Tony Bennett passed away. I'm not sure. You see, Johnny Mathis is stopping touring now. Chances are, though I wear a silly grin, the moment you come into view. Oh, chances are, those chances are, woo. They'll be counting mail-in ballots for 2 weeks. That's what Sonoma County does, Corky. This agonizing wait. You would think that as society evolves, we would become more efficient, right? Here we are ballot counting. Yeah, Richard was just being sometimes the easiest path is to just get along, right? Go along to get along. Chances are, though I wear a silly grin, the moment you come into view. Oh, Johnny Mathis went to San Francisco State University. He was a standout track and field person. Tony Benedito. I left my heart a hanging judge. In San Francisco. That's when people used to like San Francisco before they started crapping in the streets. Oh, man. Beware little cable cars. Ronnie's all bollocksed up in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election tonight. We have early returns from Dane County just coming in. I'm Walter Cronkite. Good evening. That ballot, starting to What a world we live in, guys. What a world. What a world. The new motto of America. Have you pissed anybody off today? Right. Look at that. What is that? A Winnebago? It's a nice looking. It's a little too military looking for me, but what the heck is that? It's all like stripped down. Oh, it's a Mercedes Sprinter. It's got like kind of a tactile finish to it, right? Chances are, though I wear a silly grin, the moment la do. Oh, chances are what was the score? They were playing the Orioles today again? What is this, a 2-game series or something? Look at that blob up there. Oh, Shimei. Oh, man. Oh, man. Drive to me, smelly cat. It must be nice up in the high desert there. I'm really jealous. I really should take off for Palm Springs. Right? Oh, they were off today. Okay, well, since nothing bad happened today, they'll come good. Chances are it's going to be hard to beat the Dodgers anyway, right? Yeah, head down to Palm Springs. Take a drive to Palm Springs. And then that horrendous drive to Las Vegas on the Kel Baker Road. Worst ride of my life. 120 miles of just sheer hell. Do 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 bum 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 ba do 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 do. All right, focus. Doesn't like that sun, right? Oh, wow, what's happening? Let's flip that around. All right, here we go. All right, I don't see a blob immediately overhead, but they just sneak up on you. All of a sudden, you see these big blobs coming. Hello, Carrie class. How are you? I think Carrie class is up there in I think Minnesota, not Wisconsin. Do 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 bum 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 ba boo. Anthony Dominic Benedetto. I left my home. Do, 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 do. He wasn't no Barry White. That's my prescription for you, June, is get some Barry White on. Get a glass of white wine in your hand. Put your feet up. Kick on some Barry White and just kick back, right? I guarantee you, you'll be feeling good about the world. Right? That's my prescription for you. Best roller coaster, that's it. The Towers of Doom. There they are. Right. You'll be all straightened out in no time, June. You'll be feeling right as rain. Yeah, the whole Matote food court moved over here now. It's pretty wild. Which is kind of interesting because they're going to be competing with their old spot when they build that Mexican village with housing and everything. I don't know. Let's see. Is this a flashing yellow? It's hard to tell. I can't even. Yeah, I guess it's flashing yellow. I don't know. My polarization just kills everything here. All right, make the turn. The turn, make the turn, do it, do it, do it. There we go. Lord, I wonder if the fence is still standing out back. Oh. Man. It's always a concern. All right, here we are back on the Rancho. Wisconsin, on Wisconsin, do 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 do, love do 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 do. All right. Bill Holiday, a good old Baltimorean. All right, here we go. Chicken enchiladas and meat, man. You guys eat good over there. You guys sure eat good. Place is kind of a mess. Right. Oh, but it smells like fresh bread today. Ah, taxes are gone. I had to focus on taxes. The place is a little out of sorts, right? All right. Let's see what we're looking like. Look at that loaf of bread there. Wow. What a beauty. Look at that. Delicable. All right, there's our chicken for tonight. All right, let's pop that around. Sit that down. Ooh. All right. All right, that looks good, doesn't it? That's what the Rancho can kick out. Right. Right. I made killer granola oat. Oh, that's good. Looks pretty good, doesn't it, June? I had a little end piece today. I couldn't resist. Right? Oh, man. Delicious. Really nice finish on it. I'll store that in the Dutch oven here. Keeps it fresh. It's nice and cooled down. All right. So we got our cutting board out. Okay. Got a few oranges we picked. We got some potatoes that have been soaking here. We'll have to peel them and do our thing. First thing I got to do is hit the restroom. All right, let's wash our hands here. An ordinary day is like a holiday. I don't know if June was at Market Basket today. June, maybe you could have a chicken in your apartment, right? All right, we're gonna peel these taters. Have all been washed. All right. You go ahead and get them peeled and cut. Control the wind. That summer wind. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That summer wind. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. My fickle friend, the summer wind. Ooh 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 ooh. All right. Bear with me a minute. Let's get this on here. I'm just getting this set up. Please hit the thumbs up button, guys. Very appreciated. We're going to go ahead and get cracking here. What a good month March was. All right. Oh, my fickle friend, the summer wind. Always so neat and clean. Let's get a peel on these babies. Volvo. Who the hell has a Volvo? All right. All right. I guess while we're peeling, we could start the... Right, we'll get our big pot going. The summer wind. Do-do-do, ba-ba-do-boo-boo. Ba-do-do-do, ba-ba-do-do-do-do. That summer wind. Ba-boo-boo, ska-ba-doo-boo, boo-boo-doo. My fickle friend, the summer wind. Where's our regular pot? We're not going to use a big, here it is. We're not going to do a big double portion here. Here we are. All right. That's it. All right, there we are. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be on the protest agenda. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's get some olive oil in, as we like to do. Here, we'll tilt that over a little bit. Put that over there. Yeah. We're going to put some olive oil in. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, hit that bell for all notifications. All right. Now we're going to get this chicken going. We're going to use that juice in there. We're going to get that heat on, and we're just going to dump that chicken in. Once it gets hot, see, here's our peeler. Let's go ahead and drop our chicken. Right in. We're gonna let that cook up real good. Get some nice color on it. Alternatively, you could roast that in the oven, 350 for 50 minutes. All right, let's see. Peel. What do we do with our peeler? I feel like I'm on a basketball court. We're going to get some good color on that, okay? The summer wind. What the heck happened to, yeah, no hate-filled messages in here, okay? You can always express an opinion. But, don't come bombing in here with it. What the hell did I do with the peelers? There's the whole ball game. Man, that's weird. I just had the peeler out. Turn that down a bit. Anybody see where the peeler went? Man, isn't that weird? This stuff happens to me all the time. I'd love to put it back. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Get some flavor on that bird. You taking lessons, hugging kids? Summer wind. I'm at Market Basket. Good load of pepper right on there. Let that stew. We want to get that some good color. Right. Sharpen pencil. That's a pretty good idea. I wish I'd thought of that. I got some really smart people in here. Don't be afraid to really let that chicken cook after. Like I said, the easiest thing to do is roast it. The summer wind. You can also do the same with your potatoes, right? They get extra good flavor if you fry them and peel them a little bit. You really introduce a lot of good flavor into your dish. Hello, everyone. Yeah, Rosie knows the way around the kitchen. Flip this over. Beautiful color on there. Don't be afraid to let that baby really, really go. I'm on the Suwannee River. I don't really see any more blobs out here. I don't know if tomorrow's the last day or what. Today was cold and very unsettled. Even Courtney's picking up lessons tonight. Alright, we'll move it along. Kicked Alexa so fast. Hey, it's just Tariff, it wasn't working out. Just a really bad relationship. You know? I mean, I've dated some women, let's just say they're not really on the intellectual side. Amanda hugging kids. Oh, I'll bet that they were physically, right? Oh, yeah. But Alexa just was in a class by herself over there. Ooh. Oh, I would love to see. Oh, I'd love to see some of those bimbos. Alexa's still listening. That's it. We're making a Brunswick stew tonight. Now you can fry up these skins and they're actually pretty good. If you want to. Alexa still listening. Has a lifetime battery in it, right? It's in the drawer. Right, but they adjusted so it still hears perfectly, right? That's some funny stuff. Like in the new NBC series, Life Contingency, right? Our story opens in a genteel setting in the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia. I do miss going with the wind days. I declare. Oh, look at that chicken, man. Look at that chicken. All right. There's color on that, man. That's called doing it up first class. First class. That's good. Let's get this space age Mr. Coffee moved a little bit. There we go. One guy's like, what kind of dope has lights hanging over the stove? You got really tasty bits in the bottom. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. I'm going to add a little more extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, my days is schlepping around under cars. And, right, it's over. Let's get hydrated a little bit. All right. That's like delicious. We want to make sure that that baby cooks all the way, pretty much all the way through here. All right. We're going to quarter our potatoes. And then we're going to cut these into pretty even sized chunks there. Well, you can see that on the board. I'm just quartering. Make a really nice stew-sized chunks here. Okay, a lot thicker than if you're making a clam chowder. Okay, and that's it for our potatoes. Once our chicken's done, we're going to load these potatoes in there and give them a little bit of a pre-cook for a little bit of flavor. Put them on the side. What else? We need to get some onions here. Plonker seems to disappear from that. Yeah. I'm going to check in with the news real quick, see if we got anything. Polling places running out of ballots. I wonder if I'm going to get a check. I don't know. Am I going to get a Doge check? Or am I going to get a kick in the ass? What am I going to get? Alright, we're on CNN. Alright, so the Cory Booker's still speaking. It's like being right back to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith goes to Washington. Right? So we're going to turn that heat off now. We're going to let that residual heat do its thing. Oh, that chicken looks beautiful. It looks good. Wow, look at the color on that baby. Wow. We're going to let that sit a minute. Cool down a little bit, then we're going to remove it, let it sit on the board. We're going to get our onions out here. Two nice big good sized onions here. Somebody said I should try the red onions a little more, you know. Probably should. Pull up the powder some here. Here's one. Yeah, I guess the next big protest is on Saturday. That's going to be a big one out there. Multiple ones, right? The Tesla dealership, the downtown. It's going to be a barn burner. I don't know. Too much to do. Too much to go. All right, there we go. Do, 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 do. Okay, we're going to cut this up. Now we're going to remove our chicken. Let's dry our board off a little bit. We're going to remove our chicken over here. Where's the paper towels? Cut this up. We'll do a little bit of a rough cut here. All right. That looks good. Man, that was easy peasy, right? All right. Now we're going to remove our chicken, and this is where we do a little different on this, right? Set that aside. Let's make sure we got our board on here. I don't want this baby flying off of here. Here's our beautiful chicken here. We're going to sit that up on the board. We're not going to cut it yet. All right, we got all these We got all these glorious bits. Yeah, I'm not a curry person. All right, let me get these taters drained. Get them drained out really well, and they're going to go into the pot. Just like so. The trick here is we want to get a little bit of color on these babies. All right. Get a little bit of color on them. Right there. These are going to pick up some nice, really nice flavor and give a good run at the stew here. They're going to be nice, really nice. Let's have a brew. We can actually go ahead and we want to give the potatoes a little time by themselves because we don't want to overcook the onions. I thought I brought my big spoon in today. I don't know where in the heck it went. See, they're already picking up good color in there. It's better to do this than just have a really bland potato, right? Right? There's nothing like caramelizing these a little bit. Oh, the big spoon's in there. This doesn't really use garlic. We got our onions in there. Now also that sealing helps the potatoes avoid getting mushy, right? Which is very important. You don't want a stew that just turns to mush. Yeah, non-bread is good. I'm just not a big fan of curry. Let's try a piece of that. Flavorful. No salt's been added. Big pieces of chicken are not cooked all the way through, but they're enough to get started, and they'll do well in the actual stew. Finish cooking out. You could roast this in the oven too. Very rustic dish. Let's see. Crushed up potato chips. Yeah, I bet they do. Look at that tremendous color they're picked up. Put a little more olive oil in. I have this on very low heat. Any super big pieces I'm just cutting. uniform distribution of chicken. So it's a small kitchen, but I make the most of it in here. Oh, yeah. You know, they gotta be tasting good now. They gotta... I've grown onions in the backyard. They turned out pretty well. You can pretty much grow anything out of here successfully. Notice I didn't put salt in because I didn't want to draw any of the juice out of the chicken. All right. Mix that all around there. Get that all work uniformly in there. Now we're going to cut over to our big spoon here. All that. Man, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. If you have lima beans, that's what Jeremy calls for. But we have Hug and Kiss's favorite. Take notes, that's it. How you like that, Naomi? What do you think of that, honey? I don't like to finish and then have a mess. Right? Oh yeah, look at that, man. Get those peas working in there. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful stew. Now we're gonna add some salt in. Oh, yes. About 2 teaspoons of salt. Looks good. That looks good. Good. All right, let's going to put a big 28 ounce or diced tomatoes in here. Oh, this is good on my wrist. Woo! We're going to put it in juice and all. Right on in. Right. I'm just going to add some really dynamite flavor. I'm going to also add 1 can of tomato paste in here. All right. We also have 2 cans of corn. I will drain these corn. You get so much water with these cans. It's a crime. Here we go. Oh. Peas don't, but I don't have lima beans. Right. So we just make do with what we got. Oh, look at that, man. Starting to add color right there. Oh, yes. Okay. We're going to add 1 can of tomato paste just to kind of make it bold. Just turn that knife backwards. All out, right. That's it. This is all pretty much natural juices so far. That's pretty much it. Look at the beauty of that, man. Look at the beauty over that. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened, Amanda. That sucks. You know, as much as we joke around, the peas are important to have a little bit of color in that. All right. Now we're going to top that up with some chicken broth. And that is going to be good to go, and we're going to let that simmer for quite a while. And that is a beautiful, beautiful Brunswick stew. We care about you, Amanda. As much as we joke around here, as much as we bust balls, we care. Summer wind. Do. We're just going to top that up with some chicken broth, and that's it. All right. I don't think you can beat that with the stick. And that just works down, and then you just cover it. Once it comes up to a simmer for a while, then we cover it and just let it stand all night long. Here. Alright, and that's it. That's it. And I got something to eat while I'm in recovery mode. And my surgery is coming up. Which I can't wait to lift the curse of this carpal tunnel. Yeah, I like to clean it like that. Look at the beautiful color of that. Now you serve that with some cornbread. Woo! Man, you really got something there. You really got something there. That's a stew, baby. That's a stand-up stew right there. Make sure you're subscribed for all kinds of cooking stuff we do on here. Hijinks. Sometimes at first I didn't really like this big cutting board. Yeah, I really like it. Bamboo. And bamboo is one chopped wood. So we're all cleaned up. Just like that. Man, look at those chunks of chicken in that baby. Wow. That's what you call a hearty dish, folks. We're going to turn that heat down and let that low and slow. Right, how long did that take? That didn't take any time at all. A little more chicken broth in there. Yeah, can never have too many, Mama Bear. And I love this bamboo. Right, you don't even make a dent in this stuff, right? Right, that is a beautiful, beautiful classic Brunswick stew. But of course, we have to taste it, and we have to add our secret ingredients. Rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of that, just to give it a little bit of umami in there. Just kind of pucker your tongue a little bit. All right, man, that looks good. That looks good. This is stew, Corky. This be stew, brother. This be stew. Right there. Look at those big chunks of meat. I mean, that's when people come in from the cold. That, that, my friends, is a stew. So all we do is just adjust the spices now. That's all we got to do. I do like to put 1 shot of cayenne in, just to kind of zing the tongue a little bit. People don't even notice it, but it just wakes them up a little bit at the table, right? Right, that's it. chunk of chicken right there, right? All right, now we get to give a little bit of a taste test. Let's see what we got taste test wise. Wow. That just landed like right spot on. Right spot on. It needs a little more pepper. Little more pepper. Chunky, exactly. Exactly. Nothing wrong with a little chunky in there, okay? I think the salt is pretty good. It might just add, I got 2 teaspoons of salt. Right, this is a lot of stew here. So we're gonna let that simmer a while and have a little bit of a taste. Right, so I think that deserves a thumbs up right there. Right. Nobody gets cheated on, right? Nobody gets cheated at all. Sanbol Olek. Yeah, this is not really Asian, although I like Sanbol Olek. You could put a tablespoon of that in. Maybe they wouldn't notice it, but I'm really lazy. I just throw the cayenne in, and I call it good. Call it good. The summer wind, do 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 do. Man, the sun is still up. And then I love it when it gets this finish on top of it now. Oh, man. Here we go. Let's wipe down a little bit here. All right, and then we can think about our dinner here. Look, man, dog, and kiss nose. That's fine dining right there. That is fine dining right there. Man, that's good. So we let those potatoes take a while. So all of that chicken and those potatoes, they released a lot of good flavor. So all we have to do is cover this tonight and just let this sit. All right, we're going to bring it up and just let it be on a simmer for a while. Because these potato chunks, it's going to take a while for these to cook out. But when this sits overnight tonight, this will really amplify the flavor. Really amplify the flavor. You know what happened? I had to decide. Oh, here we are. Oh, Jay Clips is back. Wow. Poor Jay Clips just got bounced right out. Damn, just like that, before I even had a chance to see Jay Clips. Wow. Wowie woo woo. Alright, we don't need this chicken broth. Let's put it up on the shelf. Doesn't that look good? No, it doesn't need a bay leaf. Oh boy. Could use a little bit of a shake of oregano. That's what he could probably use. Ooh. A little bit of Italian seasoning. All right. Just a tad on there. Just to spike it a bit. Look at that. Let all that come together. Man, that's perfect. It's already got rice wine vinegar in it. No, those taters can just sit overnight and they'll be perfectly done tomorrow. They won't be mushy. Alright, all we do is cover it tightly. Right, we go about 10 more minutes, we cover it tightly. Got that delicious broth working now. I mean, that's what it's all about. And I'm not particularly hungry. Man, that's perfect. But I'm going to need some things to eat when I'm kind of down and out. So that is the difference. Wow, I don't know what it is about the man. I've never seen a team that had another team's number like the Montreal Canadiens have on the Florida Panthers. It's like freaky, right? It's like freaky, right? Doesn't that look good? And believe it or not, all we have to do now is just cover this, and this can just sit all night long right on the stove and just get delicious, just like that. All right, let's go into the wall of sound here. Let's have a beer and some peanuts, and then we'll get some din-din going. All right. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, I needed to make some things so I have stuff to eat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really use my hands to chop or do anything. I don't know. All right, here we are. Let's see. Oh, yes. We officially say goodbye to winter. No, it doesn't need to go in the fridge. It stays right on top covered. Oh, man. When I have some for breakfast tomorrow, it'll be perfect. Still very warm. All I have to do is bring the temperature up. All right, let me get some peanuts here. have to have that thing sitting in a crock pot getting mushy for hours and hours and hours. Right? Yeah, it's not going to, it's only going to improve the flavor for tomorrow. It's going to be astounding. Oh, I think finally that wind died down. I don't know what tomorrow's weather is going to be. I think tomorrow's the last. All games now are very crucial. Kelly, no kidding. Right? I think our Canadians are really surprising you this year. Suzuki, right? In China, there was no refrigeration, so people would make a big pot of mutton stew or pigeon stew or something. You cook it up that night, and then you just cover it, and it just sits there, and it's perfectly fine. I never got sick over there. I mean, you learn something 5,000 years of food preservation and everything. I have whole onions in there. This recipe does not use carrots, though. It really uses lima beans. The original Chowning Tavern from Williamsburg. But what did that take me? That didn't take me any time at all to knock that out. That was pretty easy. Oh, the days are nice and the light. It's still light out. Still light out. Whole thing is up here, right? L is for the way you look at me. Do 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 do. Dee ba 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 do ba boop ba da ba boop ba do do. Love was made for you and me. Let's put on our little 1 watt wonder here. All right. Oh yeah, what a night.
When you call me, and I shall be evening will rest to us.
1 watt.
Romance. While our hearts are young, eager and gay, I'll give my heart away.
off. Cuts it right side. Bounce pass to Butler. He goes in.
She said, no.
Not to being cruel.
I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA.
What?
I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Your Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Will make my mama proud. I wish I could go along. They don't get me wrong, you know you're burning. I ain't working again no more. Each other's face, people. I can't stand myself. And I know in my heart is this war. I believe, oh, I believe if I just can we live?
Bésame mucho, love me forever, and make all my dreams come true. 93.7.
KJ.
KJZY. I got in a really bad car accident. Should I get a lawyer?
How do I get full custody of my kids?
Have legal questions? Go to kjzy.com and click on Sonoma County Legal Line. It's free and confidential.
File. For all of us.
That piece of paper you can trade it for.
I'm gonna look real. At Jazzy, we play the stars of the Great American Songbook. Now we honor the big three with Tony at 12, Sinatra at 6, and now Ella at 11. Hear a two-song set from the First Lady of Song, Ella Fitzgerald, every weekday at 11 a.m. Ella Fitzgerald, one of the greatest American jazz singers, performed all over the world. Her signature style included her iconic vocal range, clear tone, and ability to improvise with her hallmark scat singing. So join us each weekday morning at 11 a.m. for Ella at 11 on Jazzy 93.7 KJZY.
What's up, RJ?
You stepped out of a dream. You are too wonderful to be what you seem. Could there be eyes like yours?
1979.
Country Legends 99.1 The Bull.
Give a quick update. We're going to be now airing the Promise Center with past.
Warriors up 5. Butler dribbles to his right.
Well, this is right up your alley, Shemaine.
You not only get great service, but you
tell you no. Just like when you were leaving Amarillo. Hey.
Facts. Okay, let's now.
There's your sound quality. We're on a side chat only, Shemaine.
My story is much too sad to be told, but practically everything leaves me totally cold. The only exception I know is a case when I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting mainly the old ennui. Then I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face.
Hey, Joni.
I get no kick from champagne.
What a night.
Mere alcohol doesn't move me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I
Get a kick out of you.
I get no kick from cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would draw me terrifically to
Side chat only. What's up, Kelly?
Sunday nights at 8 on Hot 101.7.
Exciting factors include serving for 90 years on Garo and Sons offer.
Download whatever version you have.
Gave themselves a
Anything that's $48 or more. Here, McKinney,
They got the Warriors game on. Alright guys, I'm going to close it down for tonight. Thanks so much for being along. Woo! right, guys. What a wonderful night tonight. Good freaking night. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being along. 3.5 hours of goodness. Thank you to my moderators for everything you do. Stay cool, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.